Ghana is one thriving country on the continent of Africa. This system of government ensures equal access in all spheres of life. Despite these, people with disability in Ghana face significant challenges.
Ghana is hailed as one of Africa's most stable democracy. You would only expect equal access to education, jobs, and public spaces. But when it comes to disability, the reality is far from ideal. People living with disability face a systemic challenges which threatens their very survival. Today, I spend my day with Kweku, a disabled person striving to survive in Makola.
It's early morning in the Ghana Society for the Physically Challenged. This is where Kweku spends his night. When I arrived, he was still asleep. He wakes up and goes through his daily routine that reflects quiet resilience and struggle. Kweku is 40 years old. He has been confined to a wheelchair since his childhood. Originally from Efijase in the Ashanti region, he moved to Accra seeking better opportunities. He tells me he's never stepped foot in a classroom. Kweku shares his experience growing up with his three siblings.
When my uncle's children saw me, they pulled and dragged me around like an animal. Even though I had a wheelchair, they didn't use it. It was incredibly painful and traumatic to have to endure such treatment.
He says he's often neglected by his family and believes his mother never truly loved him. At 8:30 a.m., Kweku is ready. He sets off to Makola Market, listing his potential buyers in his mind. On a bustling street of Accra, Kweku is hard to miss. Every corner he turns, someone calls out a nickname: Resurrection, Power, Fighter, or Obama. It's clear he is popular and loved. But Kweku is not alone in his struggle. Henry Akbekole is a shoemaker and also physically challenged. He says people with disability are often denied opportunities and, even worse, sometimes betrayed by their own leaders.
What we are seeking from our leaders is support to secure a better facility, enabling us to expand our operations and fulfill our potential. Unfortunately, we are currently struggling to find a suitable workspace.
Later in the day, Kweku stops by Accra Technical University, where he spends his time reviewing his sales and reconciling his records. The acting director for Disability Association, Emmanuel, says it breaks his heart anytime he sees physically challenged on the street begging.
It's not just Ghanaians who resort to begging on the street. It is a situation that deeply concerns us. However, we acknowledge that many individuals have no choice but to beg in order to survive.
According to Emmanuel, The association has a periodic training for the physically challenged, but due to lack of resources and support, they always resort to begging on the street. He maintained that the Disability Association had a chalk producing company which collapsed due to poor management by leadership.
Policies and programs. At times,
We occasionally benefit from economic forums, donor programs, and other initiatives. Additionally, many of our members are skilled entrepreneurs, such as shoemakers and hairdressers, who require empowerment and support to motivate them to continue pursuing their livelihoods.
the challenge that we have is you need empowerment. No?
Ghana's 1992 Constitution and Disability Act of 2006 and several regulation promises fair and inclusive for people with disabilities. But in practice, people like Kweku still face barriers in education, healthcare, infrastructure and employment. Until works on paper are matched by actions, the survival of Ghana's disabled population will remain a daily struggle.